Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and this is my guide on how to use the male Tidestorm. With our passive skill, we're going to gain a friendly little boost to our strength and attack speed every time an enemy is slain. For our ultimate skill, we will fire a giant steel arrow at one enemy, dealing a whole heap of single target damage and inflicting stun for 3 seconds. Importantly, if the enemy has less than 30% health, the damage is doubled. And our automatic skill is going to be the entire key and the reason that you will want to use this character if you do want to use this character, and that is that he will attack the furthest enemy away, dealing damage and pulling them in, usually towards the middle of the pack. The key features to pay attention to when you're thinking about these abilities is for the automatic skill, you want to be specifically pulling in a character that you want to target for death immediately. He does quite a bit of damage with this move, and it enables the rest of your team to hit AoE on a backliner who normally would not be getting hit from those attacks. If you're the kind of person that is willing to not play on automatic mode, then you'll also want to be trying to wait to activate his ability if an enemy is close to being under 30%. If the enemies still have all full health, then you're just going to use it as soon as it's up and hope it's back in time to get another big shot off in the future. The two builds that I would recommend the most in terms of traits, of course, aggressive, followed by fierce, brutal, agile, and eagle-eyed. This is going to give you your top damage, and if your male Tidestorm is one of your top damage dealers, this is the route that I would go. The other build that I would recommend is a hybrid build that's focused more on support. This is of course going to come with aggressive, followed by fierce and brutal, and in this one we're going to fill out with hexproof and fearsome. With hexproof and fearsome, we're enabling our character to do even more CC than he already does, and he is quite good at it to start. Adding extra crowd control to this man's kit gives him even more of an opportunity to shine, and to enable the rest of your characters to perform at the best of their abilities. If you find that your male Tidestorm is dying, and he is just not staying alive no matter what you do, then it could be useful to you to put Cutthroat on. A lot of people will do that, especially in the arena. When we are positioning our male Tidestorm, we want to put him opposite of a person that we might want to pull into the main melee group for the purposes of AoE damage. My particular team is not taking huge advantage of that, but a lot of times that's what I'll be using male Tidestorm for. So we're going to put him in the back left as opposed to the middle because it's easier for us to decide who he is going to target with his pull. And we want to see this male Ignis get pulled in as soon as possible, and we want him to be taking that damage from the pull. You can see the pull did so much damage there that it actually just killed him outright. I'm a little stronger than this group of enemies, so that can also happen. Assassination is the best CC. To try to give you an example of the pull without me assassinating the person outright, I'm going to take this fight in PvP that is a little bit out of my league. My team is not especially well set up for PvP, but we're going to be trying to pull in the succubus and maybe kill her as soon as possible so that she's going to not have her CC. You can see she was pulled right into the melee group, getting hit by the AoE by my griffin, and we were able to kill her, and now we're killing everybody else. And because we've taken care of that CC and enabled our DPS to do their jobs at the best of their abilities, we were able to beat a team in PvP that was actually higher level than we were. The best synergies that you're going to find for your male Tidestorm, and these are the reasons to use him in my opinion, are people who have ground target abilities. Anybody who is targeting a specific area on the ground that they want people to be getting hit in. The reason that that's so good is because you're pulling an extra person into the attack, which creates an opportunity for you to increase the damage on your people who are trying to do the most amount of damage. This also works great for crowd control with people like the female Karguk, who has an AoE stun, and also the male Lycanus, who has an AoE fear that, in my opinion, is one of the strongest crowd controls in the game. Putting him with the male Tidestorm is just an incredible combination, and it makes both of them really, really sing. However, it's important to remember that if you put your male Tidestorm next to a male Lycanus, then you no longer want to be using people who have ground target abilities, because the AoE fear is going to separate them from the crowd, and it's much more conducive to your success if you are going to use somebody who will hit anybody the map over, such as a female Ignis, or your Fulgurs. So in summary, the male Tidestorm is a relatively high DPS character who focuses on single target and really enables other people to do their jobs the best that they can. I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and if you want to see more on all of the other characters in the game, then please do subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.